Hey, it's your neighbor, and we are here with another episode of Straight People, the podcast for straight people, by queer people, because straight people don't have what? Enough. They don't have enough. So we have a whole podcast just for y'all, so I hope you appreciate it, okay? Our guest this week is a former Atlantan, now a New Yorker, one of my favorite comedians, and a general, a person that I just love to see in a room react to things. Miss Shalewa Sharpe, everybody. Let's hear for Shalewa.
Oh, that's very sweet. And you're not the first to say that you like to watch me watch others.
Sometimes that's the best. That's the best television. Is sometimes.
I really got to get my face together, but I just can't. It gives it all away.
Right. Well, nothing like a good reaction to make things interesting. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So Shalewa, I feel like we've known each other for a good while, like probably about 7 years, I think. Like,
yeah.
I don't know if I've ever asked you this question before, but Shalewa, are you straight?
Sadly, yes. I am. I am straight.
That's the best combo, though, is straight and humble. I like that.
Yeah. There's no need bragging about it. I'm not proud. I did a set recently, and then at the end, apologized for just how heteronormative it was. I was just like, look, I know that we're all tired of hearing about that. I know it's not the wave. I know all of the things, but unfortunately,
I think we're going to circle back, though, and like cool straight will never go out of style, ever, as far as I'm concerned. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, here's hoping that's where I fall. I truly hope that's where I fall.
Well, I'll let you know at the end of the show, because we're actually also, I'm keeping a meticulous score of everything you say.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So I'll let you know exactly how you score it. I'm joking. But so I asked this question of my straight guests, because when you're straight, you're just born whole and complete into a world that's programmed for you. You know what I mean? Like, there's...
In some regard, yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm not applying race to the level of this yet.
Oh, that's good. Because unfortunately, I ended up straight and attracted to white dudes, and that was a wrinkle. That was a wrinkle. But no one saw that coming.
Right. So you're a Roxy Roker of it all, then, I would say.
A little bit. Yeah.
Helen Willis, if you will.
Yes, and my parents were definitely the George Jefferson.
Really?
Not thrilled. Not thrilled.
Oh, that's funny. But when you're born straight, you don't know you're straight. You're just you, right? And you don't really actually even find out you're straight until you discover that there's something else called gay or queer or lesbian or whatever it is for you. And sometimes that access is other children calling you gay. Sometimes that access is you see something on television that just, you're like, what? Like for me, like something like Uncle Arthur on Bewitched. There was just something about that character. Not even a sexuality thing, just that he wasn't a regular man. And you know what I'm saying? Okay. So for you, think about that and tell me, what do you think is your first access to queerness?
Let's see. Well, okay, so then that happened before it would probably be any tomboy. I was very taken with the ideas of tomboys.
Okay.
I wanted to be a tomboy. I wasn't good enough at climbing trees or sports or whatever.
Yeah.
So, premium tomboyness at that time would have been, say, Joe on The Facts of Life.
Ooh, okay.
Just any girl who had their hair in a haphazard ponytail.
Yeah.
And preferred to wear pants.
So
I think
was it the aesthetic, or was it also that women being good at things that they're not supposed to be good at, or that the men are good at, kind of thing?
Yeah, just kind of just being mannish in a way.
Yeah.
So I understand what it is, how girls are supposed to look. And also I had when I was a baby, I had very little hair. So my mother just kept it short because she kept her own hair short. And she was like, I'm not fighting with you. I'm not sticking a bow on this shit. So but she did get my ears pierced when I was like a month old.
Yeah.
So I remember being very young, like 5 or something, and taking part in some sort of debutante kind of ball type thing. Yeah. And I was, one of the little girls who dance with the little boys, and then the, grown kids come down and present themselves as viable for fucking. And and I remember having just a day-long argument with all of the girls, the other little girls, who were just like, but your hair is short. Yeah. But you're not a girl. Your hair is short. There's no way you can be a girl. You don't have long hair. Okay. Yeah. And I was like, but I am a girl. And they're like, no. I'm like, I have earrings.
You don't see the earrings?
Yeah, like, we got these for a reason. I'm like, no. So at some point there, I knew that, if I don't look girly, then I'm not like a girl.
It's so crazy to me how little it takes to to be othered. You know what I'm saying? In terms of especially kids othering you, like, my parents never understood that everyone read me as gay. They just were so when I came out to them, they were surprised, and I was like, God, you know what I mean? Because like every kid at school knew I was gay, even before I was aware of what it was. Do you know? It's like that just having short hair in that instance was enough to make you essentially a tomboy or a
like that must be the thing. What's super funny about that is when I was in my 20s, I shaved my head, and I was talking to my mother about it, and I was like, this really kind of rockets me up some lists for some of the lesbians I know. Like, now they're really gunning for me. And my mother went, you know what? I've been meaning to ask you about that. Are you gay? And I went, what? And I said, well, no, I'm not. But why? Why were you meaning to ask me about that? What was happening that you've been sitting on that question for a while? And she was like, well, I mean, you like Katie Lang and the Indigo Girls. And
that's a lot. That's a lot.
I mean,
that
is a lot. And she was just like,
not Katie and the Indigo Girls. That's what. Okay.
Yeah. And she was just like, and like everybody that you've really liked has kind of looked like the opposite sex. Like you had that Boy George moment. And I was like, I mean, you are making a really good case. I can't argue with you. But
I believe that there's a math equation that sort of hovers over everyone's head, and like your haircut changed. Somebody had to go back and redo the math for you. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how you figure out someone else is gay. You're like, okay, well, he likes this, and like, absolutely, that's hilarious. That's so funny. And I notice you keep your hair long now. Do you think that there's any part of that's?
That is truly because, as a shock to me, it turns out I like how I look with long hair. But up until maybe like the early 2000s, I kept my hair short.
Yeah.
Because I've always just, even when I wore it straight, which only people in high school remember those 4 years when I had straight hair, I still kept it pretty, just either spiky or just, which then got me a whole like Grace Jones thing, and I was like, come on, I got breasts, you don't have breasts, like what are we even doing? But there was a lot going on. But now I've grown out my hair, and I'm like, I kind of like it long. And my sister, who has always loved having long hair, is just like, oh really? So it's been very weird to be on that journey. But I'm probably going to cut it again soon.
Well, don't let this conversation sway you in one direction or the other.
Who knows?
I don't want to be responsible for you ending up with bangs or anything like that.
Never that. That is a white girl's problem there. I'm never going to struggle with a bang.
Yeah, every time I see a little girl with bangs, I'm like, she's going to be trapped in that haircut forever.
Forever.
You know what I mean?
Oh, no options.
Sure. So I forget the name of your one-woman show, the Don't Look in the Bag, or what was it?
Don't reach in the bag.
Don't reach in the bag, and it's about your time working at a sex shop,
yes,
right? And that was it wasn't gay. It wasn't just a gay, but there were a lot of gay people that went to that sex shop.
Yes, yeah. It was 24 hours, which I believe will supersede whatever your sexual preference is. It doesn't matter what you're into. We're open. So
Do you feel like that, like that you learned, that you got to see like a side of, I guess, gay culture, or gay, because that's like mostly gay men, I would assume, would be coming. Like, did you have lesbians coming into rent porn? I don't know if that's really a.
occasionally, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, just the
Would they come
female
in?
clientele was kind of small to begin with. But yeah, you would. They usually would rent male gay porn.
Yeah, I always found that the strangest, like,
Yeah.
that they go home and like watch that and like, kind of like discuss it. I'm like, I couldn't imagine putting on a lesbian porn in front of a room for my gay friends and them not like descending into like a turn it off, turn it off.
Yeah, no, I don't quite understand it either, but I imagine it's because what is passed off, or what was passed off at that time as lesbian porn, was just
Oh yeah, absolutely.
horrible. So
Through the male lens too much.
yeah, exactly. So I mean, I get that, but it still was kind of odd. But yeah, that's probably the most concentrated queerness that I've had in my life.
Yeah.
Probably was it working at that store.
Well, don't hold it against all of us.
Oh no, it was a hoot. I picked it by choice, in that I chose to restock the room that had all of the gay movies.
Okay.
I chose to go ahead and do that because some people were just like, all right, I'll just throw these in there and they'll get them, those jackals. But
Yeah.
I was like, no, let's organize this room. Like, let's. What are you doing? You can't just throw an Oscar Madison mess in here,
Right.
We got.
That's like you're observing a fundamental gay right, which is organized porn. We deserve it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Why would we go through all this trouble for straight dudes and then just throw? That's not fair at all. Yeah.
Right. Well, thank you for helping the gay cause in that manner.
I do what I can.
Okay, so we're doing a tone shift.
Okay.
Well, wait, before we tone shift fully, tell people about your tasting podcast, or your it's video, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
video,
just
okay.
it's me and my roommate, who's Kevin Socher,
Yeah,
who is
hilarious
also
comedian.
a comedian out of Atlanta and Alabama, and we're roommates now in New York, which we've been friends a long time, but I don't think we ever saw us living out a pandemic together. But you never plan for those things. You just hope that when you meet someone on Tumblr, that in a decade.
Is that how y'all met? Is on Tumblr?
Oh, we met on Tumblr.
That's funny.
So, you just hope that, both of you know how to wash dishes the same way.
Right.
And yeah, so it's been great. But I started tasting odd flavors of candy or food or whatever, because I'm big on candy corn. And this year they released a turkey dinner bag of candy corn.
Okay.
So there was like a green bean flavored candy corn, turkey stuffing, cranberry. It was truly as disgusting as you think it's going to be.
I'm just imagining candy corn that also tastes like sage. You know?
Yes, it was a lot of that. It was a lot. It was very. I'm just like, oh, rosemary. And so when I found it, I was like, well, I'm going to go on my IG live and I'm going to, bring this to the people. They got to know. And then I just said, well, Kevin, you're absolutely not doing anything. So you got to sit here next to me and eat it as the sane person. And now we've been doing that like 2.5 months of various candies, or the last one we did was apples.
Yeah. I watched the Triscuit one. That I found that very, because I've tried all those Triscuit flavors over the years, and
over the years is the best way to do it. Eating 14 flavors of Triscuits in an hour is a bit much. My body was for sure like, ma'am.
Right.
What is this? Wheat? What are we doing with this?
You might as well be eating insulation at that point.
Oh boy. Yeah, that one was a lot. That one, like the
next
day.
Where is that? Where can people find that?
That is usually Sunday nights at either 9 or 10 on my Instagram, which is at Silky Jumbo.
Okay.
Yeah,
awesome.
And that's
perfect.
That's where you can find that.
That's so killer. All right, so now tone shift. Okay, so I'm going to go through a list of ridiculous things that I put together, and you're going to tell me whether they are straight or gay, and really quickly why. Okay. And if any of them you don't know, or you're like, what? Just say pass. Like,
okay.
There's no reason. And I just say that because some people, like I had one where they were like, they thought there were correct answers, and I was like, no, that's not what we're doing. This is all qualitative. Okay.
Right.
All right. So we're starting with straight or gay. Hallmark Channel movies.
Those feel gay.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of hoopla for there's just a lot of hoopla in general, but then at the base of it is a relationship that you really can only dream about. I don't know.
She thinks gay people's dreams are unrealistic. No, I'm just okay.
For relationship, yes.
Straight or gay, Hallmark keepsake ornaments.
Oh, those are straight.
Okay.
Yeah, those are I feel very tacky, but seem fancy in a way that a straight divorced woman would think.
Absolutely.
Is really, yeah, that's definitely, those smack of some man did me wrong.
Right?
And I'm going to take it out on this tree.
Payne's mom has 2 trees. One has the good ornaments on it, which are all the Hallmark keepsake ornaments, and the other one has the other ornaments on it. And yeah, it's totally like it's like, which one's which again? I keep forgetting.
Right. Oh,
okay.
That's so funny.
Straight or gay, Easy-E.
Easy-E. Huh. That's wow. I mean, you want to say straight immediately, but then you're like,
history taught us otherwise. I think. I believe.
Huh.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, that may just be is that a poly situation? Is that bi? Is that one of the new sexes preferences that I don't know about yet?
I did this thing the other day when it was Richard Pryor's birthday, I said happy birthday to my favorite queer comedian, Richard Pryor. And I had a couple straight guys be like, he's not gay. And I'm like,
okay.
His biography says differently. Huh?
Yeah, like, all right, kid.
And I even had a straight guy argue me down from gay to bi. He's like, well, admit it, he's bi. I'm like, all right, I'll accept that. I'll allow it.
Yeah, I mean, that's still queer, but we don't want to. I don't want to break your bubble or whatever. So go ahead, kid. Right.
So also for some of these, it's not whether the person literally is gay or straight, whether they belong to the straights or the gays. Okay, so after Eazy-E is Easy-A, the movie.
Oh yeah, no, I believe the gays want that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like that.
Straight or gay, Beyonce.
Oh Lord, I mean, people are trying to get her to transcend all of it, but honestly, she's pretty damn straight. Like, I mean, if we really want to sit down and think about it and be at one with the realness,
if we look at some of them House of Darion outfits, she's definitely straight.
Definitely straight. That whole set, we're just gonna act like that didn't happen. Come on.
We love you, Tina, but please stop. Okay, straight or gay, Kelly.
I think maybe gay. I personally think she's better looking than Beyonce. Not quite as flashy though, but I don't know. I want to say maybe gay. I think it's kind of gay to go for the underdog a little bit.
Right? Okay, straight or gay, Michelle.
Oh, the Lord has her now, so I don't even know who would want to claim her. What?
That's the correct answer. Is that no pass? That's the Okay. TV show, straight or gay, Friends.
Oh, that's the straightest thing in the world.
Absolutely.
I think they all got hyped at a Hootie and the Blowfish concert once. Like, that's not.
Straight or gay, Community.
That also is actually pretty straight.
Okay, straight or gay, Living Single.
Oh, that's gay. Oh, that's true. That's truly gay.
Right?
That's
Khadijah,
fantastic.
Regine.
Whole thing.
Yeah, her wigwam.
Max. Oh my God, Max
yes,
alone.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Papers should be written about that character.
Straight or gay, Girlfriends.
I mean, none of them get along. I mean, I don't understand how none of them are likable. I'm gonna say gay. Like, I don't know. None of them seem likable, and I don't understand how they're all friends, and yet somehow they pull it together.
Right?
Yeah, it feels gay to me.
I feel like all the gay people who watched that show came there for Tracy Ross and stayed for the girls not getting along, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so.
Because Tracy's almost there. She's almost full gay icon, in my opinion. She's like getting so close.
Yeah, she's very close.
Okay, straight or gay, mountain climbing.
I mean, it makes for a bubble butt. I'm going to say gay.
Okay. Straight or gay, social climbing.
Ugh, that's straight. I mean, that's all over, but it feels straight to me.
Straight or gay, knuckin'.
What is that?
Knuckin, K-N-U-C-K-I-N, Knuckin.
Like
As in
knuckin' if you buck?
Yeah, knuck. Yeah, so knuck if you buck, but actually the act of knucking
Oh.
is gay or straight.
That's gay.
Okay. Gay or straight, bucking.
Oh, that's straight. Yeah. Yeah, you definitely a straight person with bucking and a gay person with knuck. Yeah. No, yeah, that absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Gay or straight, Miss Piggy.
Oh my God. Oh, she's everything to everybody. I mean, I don't want to attribute her to one thing. It's why I won't pick out my favorite Muppet. But I mean, she is everything to everybody. I couldn't dare.
Who's your least favorite Muppet?
Ooh, that's a very good question.
Won't pick a favorite. You gotta have one you don't
There's
like.
got to be one that's not. Oh, you know what? Elmo.
Elmo?
Yeah, fuck that bitch. Elmo is so, he's just so self-centered and speaking in the third person. And when he came around, he totally changed the vibe of Sesame Street, which really is just the helicopter parents kind of changing the vibe of Sesame Street. And it stopped being about poor kids in the city and started being about people whose folks get divorced and they live on farms. And I'm like, that's not what I came here for.
Okay, I've got a couple more.
Okay.
Straight or gay, Eddie Murphy Raw.
Oh, that is straight with a little touch of bisexual tendencies that aren't latent, with latent bisexuality in there.
Okay, straight or gay, Eddie Murphy Delirious.
That's just fear. That's just fear. I think it's the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like he was, I'm going to say straight with latent tendencies.
Okay, straight or gay, bucket hats.
Those feel so straight to me. But then again, the first time I saw him and loved him was on Michael Stipe. So I don't even know now. Now my whole world has been turned around.
Straight or gay, tiny top hats.
Ugh, that's a rough one too, because I only see people put. Yeah, well,
I wish I was releasing the video of this.
I know
the faces you're making
as I try to figure this out.
Right? It's like you've been given something to taste and you're trying to figure out what it is. It's amazing.
That probably is. I guess that's kind of gay.
Okay.
I don't know if you want it, but that's kind of gay.
This is the final one.
Okay.
Straight or gay, tableside guac.
That's so much work for not much effort. That's straight.
Okay, I agree. But I think that I think it's gay.
So?
It was invented by gays because it's the most extra thing. You don't need it. Nobody needs to see how to make that. But it's for straight people. Like gay people came up with that for straight people.
For straight people. Yeah, okay, yeah. Because to me, it just feels very straight to demand someone to make guac at your table. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna end with the final question.
Okay.
You are at a wedding, and you've come back to Georgia for this wedding.
Okay.
This is a friend of your cousin's. This isn't your best friend. You're just at this wedding. I don't know why you're there. You're wondering why you're there. You're in a barn. You're drinking out of a mason jar.
Sure.
The father-daughter dance happens. What do they dance to?
Oh God, knowing my people. They probably start out dancing to something very sweet, like a Smokey Robinson and a Miracle song, and then it probably switches to the song in Bring It On when they have to. Y'all ready for this?
Yeah.
And then they have to break into a horribly choreographed thing that the dad is more into than the daughter. Yeah, that's usually that's what I see.
That's amazing. That's perfect. Okay, we have reached the end of our session here. Congratulations, you are still straight. You did it.
All right. Hooray.
But you're one of the cool straights. You're one of the awesome straights.
That's good.
Tell people where they can find you. You said Silky Jumbo on Instagram.
I'm at all the important social media. So it's Instagram, Twitter, Venmo. It's all Silky Jumbo. And let's see what else. Oh, I have this. Can I mention this podcast that I have?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. I have a podcast that I do with this lovely young man named Gastor Almonte, and it's called The War Report. And
Okay.
it's a weekly podcast, and we just talk about the news. And he's like a born and bred, like Brooklyn guy. Like
Okay.
he ends every sentence with B.
Okay.
No matter who he's talking to, and I am not. And so it's just us talking crap about the news, and it's been very fun to make, and I think it's fun to listen to. So I'd
Nice.
love if people would
Awesome.
check that out.
And you're joining me on the 22nd
Yep.
for I can't even remember the name of the show. I was calling it it's like a holiday comedy kiki. It'll be a remote show on Zoom, and we're raising money for Free Fridge 99 in Atlanta, which is a community fridge where underfed people can help themselves to prepared meals, produce, and all kinds of good stuff.
Oh,
It's
that's
like
fantastic!
yeah,
I
it's
love
super-
I love the whole free fridge movement
Yeah.
that has happened.
Yeah. So, and it's I know that comics and shift workers and stuff like that, people who worked in the restaurant industry personally that use it. So we're trying to raise money for that. So,
Oh, that's great.
awesome. So thank you so much. This has been Straight People. We're part of the Helium Podcast Network. So check out all of their podcasts. And if you really like us, rate us on Apple Podcasts. I don't know why that matters so much, but it really does matter. So throw us a 5-star review. And all the people who are listening in India, keep emailing me. I wanna do a whole episode just talking about folks listening to me in India. You guys are killing it. All right, thank you so much, Shalewa. Thank you.
Thank you.